last topic, and that is the Epic Game Store. Now, we're
Yep.
talking about things that have completely unraveled the glue and all things comfortable and the time-space
Upheaved the
continuum.
game industry.
Just butchered it, bent it over, and showed it the 50 states. The Epic
Yep.
Game Store has absolutely flipped Steam on its head, and I'm not convinced it's all for the better. All right?
No, not even close.
So, here's the thing. I have no problem with Epic making its own game store.
That's fine.
Because no one had a problem with Origins, which is EA's own game store,
Yeah.
right? Origins has Apex Legends on it exclusively.
Yep.
That's not a big deal. It's an EA product. The Sims, all the Sims are on Origins. Not a big deal. If you want to play The Sims, you got to download Origins.
The
But
Mass Effect games are on Origin too.
Mass
by the way.
Effects, the Dead Space games are on Origins. Like, all those games are on Origins. You can only get them there. No
Yeah.
problems.
A little annoying,
Steam
but
has
yeah.
always been known to me as, personally, and this is just what I use it for, as mostly not an indie title, but I don't usually get my mainline games because I don't play PC that well. You know, I basically play PC with other people, so I usually get multiplayer games on PC, or games that I kind of want to stream with a webcam. You know, RPGs and such. However, Epic Store is coming out with what they have as timed exclusives and then mutual exclusives. So they will only have them. Timed exclusives are basically exclusives that we're going to have these exclusive for us for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and then anyone can have it. It's going to be like an open currency, but we're going to have exclusivity. Exclusivity for it for the first 12 months. Some of those games include Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, The Walking Dead: The Final Season, except for those that already purchased it on Steam. It was removed from Steam as Epic Games exclusive.
Same with Metro.
The Division 2 will be available on Uplay because it's a Ubisoft game, but it's not going to be available on Steam.
Yep.
Man Eater, which is the big RPG, the big shark RPG that was introduced at E3 that everyone was super excited for. Epic
I
Games
never heard of it.
exclusive. Satisfactory, which is a big game right now. It's a huge game right now on the streaming circuit. A lot of people on Twitch are playing it. That's a Epic Game Store exclusive. World War Z, a highly anticipated game. Mostly for console. I didn't know it was coming for PC, but it's coming for PC. Epic Games exclusive. Then you have other ones. Subnautica is being taken off of Steam, which means brings the question, because I own Subnautica on Steam. Am I going to have to rebuy the game on Epic to play it? I don't know
think
that.
so.
I don't know that.
I feel like it's like with Metro Exodus, to where if you've already bought it and own it, then it's still yours.
The big game I saw in here was Borderlands 3.
Yes.
That's the big thing. Borderlands 3, the PC version, is going to be an Epic Store exclusive.
Yep.
That's the big one that's got everyone like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Like,
I just remembered to answer your earlier question. There's an old game called Ruse. It was an RTS, and it was taken off of Steam. You cannot buy it on Steam anymore, but people still play it on Steam. So even if it's taken off of Steam, you should be able to play it still.
okay,
If
all
it
right.
follows how Ruse went.
Maybe someone's coming to that. Subnautica will stay in your library of games that have been introduced. Okay, all right. So if you bought it, you got it. Okay, cool. People focus on the wrong things when it comes to Epic Store because Ubisoft will go to anyone. Okay, all right. So yeah, you're coming
Eric, do you mind if I interject real quick?
Certainly, sure. I was reading chat.
I haven't said anything for a while, so let me rant a little bit. So, it's interesting to me because is Steam in trouble here? Because they're losing games, they're losing developers, and they don't seem to be reacting to it.
In the short term, maybe. In the long term, Steam is a Goliath.
Well, you also
EA has ditched it. Activision has ditched it. Bethesda has now ditched it even.
But they're shit.
Partially, at least. They still have like the Fallout games and Fallout bundles on Steam, but
Yeah. The only
they're
that matters.
testing the waters with their own Epic Game Store, if you will.
Yeah.
And Fallout 76 is not on Steam. Fallout 76 is only on the store. So they're testing the waters with that, and they're finding success with it. So they're probably going to ditch Steam here as well. So that's 3 major developers have ditched it. Blizzard's never needed it.
well, Blizzard has Origin.net, and that's
Ubisoft
the
is a
same
$5
thing as
horror
Origin.
that just like goes to everyone.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And
But I
even
mean,
now they're hung up on Epic because they offer an alternative to Steam.
yeah.
So if Ubisoft goes, who's left? CD Projekt Red and 2K, right? And 2K's for now. Like, who knows how long they're
Yeah.
gonna last?
Good point.
Well, you also have
So
again.
is
You have
Steam in
the other.
trouble here? Do they need to react? That's my question.
They are going
And
to
if
have
so,
to.
how do they react?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think this is going to be. I don't think this is going to be long lived. I don't think Steam is in trouble. And I have a chart. I don't know if you guys are watching the stream, but Vivid just mentioned it. Vivid mentioned this chart that I have loaded up right now. There are a laundry list of features that Steam has that Epic Game Store does not have.
No, it's
this
inferior.
is going to get so much backlash. I mean, it already is. It already is getting backlash from people because you have a friends list in chat, and that's fucking it.
Yep.
That's the same
They
thing.
just added a search function recently.
Yeah, but there's no forums, there's no reviews, there's no user profiles, no cloud save. There's no mod distribution for it. So you don't have any groups, no item trading, which I mean that doesn't really mean much. But there's no library sorting, there's no account sharing. No, you can't stream to other devices. No broadcasting. Again, doesn't really affect me. But no screenshot capturing. No wish list. Like this is insane. Like, do you know what I use my wish list for? Like, I have every game that I have. Like, I see the game I want. It's like, okay, I don't feel like paying $60 or $40 for it. I'll put it in my wish list, and then I get a wonderful email to my phone that tells me if a game on my wish list has gone on sale on it. Like the game you're playing right now on the PlayStation, Tom. I got an email yesterday that game is on sale on my Steam wish list. If it goes to Epic Games, I don't have that anymore. Like, there's so many things that I have a personal problem with that I'm not really, like, feeling this whole change to Epic Games Store. I don't want to download it. Like, there are some games I would love to stream, like Satisfactory, that seems to be big, but of course, early access. But I don't want to have to download another thing to this laptop, which I'm already having too much shit on.
Yeah.
There's just another thing to download on here. I don't want to do that.
And see, that's what irritates me about when Metro Exodus got a lot of shit for going exclusive, and one of the developers lashed out. It's like, oh, just a launcher. It's like, okay, but we have like 5 or 6 launchers if you include GOG and a bunch of other decently mid to small time guys. We don't want to keep downloading launchers just to play like 1 or 2 games we actually want. It's like I can't use my Steam gift card money on your service. So this is costing me more money to get the game I could have got for technically cheaper on an inferior platform where I don't have my friends list. I don't have an easy way to join games. I don't have the little overlay that I'm used to. Like, you're inconveniencing the user for personal gain and or ease. And it's anti-consumer. The console wars are anti-consumer. We don't want console wars on PC. And it's no secret that Tencent, the company that owns Epic Games, the Chinese company, is very shady. Like, there have been heavy reports of spyware and malware being on the Epic Store, horrible customer security.
Whisper it to me, Vivid.
And they'll skim your Steam list. Like they'll skim your Steam info and stuff. Like, this has all been like mined out by users. It is a very
you typed Battle.net. That's why it detected the link.
Oh, okay. Try to type Battle.net. Okay.
But it's anti-consumer. I think they're buying the short term and they're going to lose the long term if this is their biggest go.
And I kind of agree with the writer of this article that the Epic Store has now made itself known, especially with Borderlands 3. Obviously, that's a huge release. After that epic of a trailer, right? I mean...
And Outer Worlds is also doing it, I believe.
And Outer Worlds as well. So, but I don't expect that to slow down Steam. Not yet, at least. They need a long... But how long has Steam been around?
Yeah.
So...
They're entrenched.
Steam appears to be ignoring these other services right now. Yeah. And that they're fine to for right now. But eventually, they're going to have to do something.
Yeah. I mean, I partially don't blame developers for going to Epic because they get a much bigger cut of their profit instead of the 30% Steam takes. But I will blame them for forcing exclusivity in the PC market. Even Steam has never gone that low. That is anti-consumer, and I will fight it tooth and nail until the day I die.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. This just feels like, this just feels like something that... I don't see this lasting. I don't see, unless Epic Games basically becomes Steam 2.0 with all these extra features that I didn't even realize Steam fucking had. I don't think Epic Games is gonna fully take over Steam. You'll have people that will download it for the 3 or 4 games, and then they will stick to mostly Steam. I don't think Epic Games is gonna fully de-seat them. I don't see how you would. So. That is the 3 topics. Now,
to end that off, let me just say, the Epic CEO said the only way to displace Steam is with exclusives, good prices, and better revenue sharing.
I agree with maybe 2 of those things. I will never agree with exclusives.
And that's fair enough.
Like
the revenue sharing it makes a good point, though.
Yeah,
Maybe they should change that in the future.
That's what I'm fine with. Because Steam does kind of screw over developers with that, and I'll fully admit that. But I just don't trust Tencent. They're a shady company. They're even a majority shareholder in League of Legends, and I think a lot of their policies don't actually they don't follow Western laws about user privacy and information and all that. And so if they store your stuff on a Chinese server where the government has access to it, that is a very dangerous stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Yeah, those are some of the earliest rumblings I've heard of it. Yeah, exactly, Vivid. The privacy issues.
Yep. Yep, exactly. That's exactly the issue. So there is one game on here. We want to end this show off with one last thing. It's going to be this little feature.
It's the last word.
Yep, the last word, if you will. We want to kind of go around the room and talk about it. And today's last word is Apex Legends versus Fortnite. Now, Fortnite is every streamer's little frickin' masturbation child.
Yep.
I don't understand what it is about Fortnite, but I love watching it. I don't fucking understand why I like watching Fortnite, but I love it. I fucking hate playing it. I can't play the son of a bitch. I can't build.
Got bored of watching
I can't build, so I suck at it.
Yeah, neither can I.
But then Apex came along, and I can't watch Fortnite anymore. I hate it. The only way I can watch Fortnite is if it's like, basically I Do Work or Wildcat, because they're entertaining, they're funny, and their videos are nice and chopped up for me. But I can't watch live streams of Fortnite anymore. I have to watch the highlights. You know, Apex, I can sit there and watch that bitch all day long. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I love the fighting style. I love the design. But am I in the majority? Or do you think eventually because BR is pretty much BR is here to stay. Battle Royale is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's dominating everything right now because it's so everyone can play it. You know,
exactly.
And you can play with your favorite streamers. And we've said before we stopped doing the podcast that streaming dictates the gaming market right now.
Yep.
So you can play with your favorite streamers. You can do all this kind of stuff. Do you guys think Apex is going to be here to stay, or do you think people will eventually revert to Fortnite, or do you think they're going to start to kind of even out at some point?
Well, I'm going to get to Apex. I just remembered something about Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a Reddit post. It's been an unconfirmed rumor, but do we know the release date for Borderlands 3? Like the exact release day?
September?
Okay, because there was a Reddit post about supposedly from a game dev, and they're talking about how horrible the conditions were working on it, and that I think it's one of the people on Twitter who works on Borderlands, they're like the head designers, all like, oh, we didn't want to go to Epic, but this is what we got to do. He apparently was the one pushing for it, and he treats the crew like garbage, and they were like working 50-hour work weeks, and it was a nightmare scenario.
Well, that's not entirely unheard of when it comes to launch time. Like even every single person that works in the gaming industry will tell you that launch time is the worst fucking time.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm working towards something because they have actually struck back. Mm-hmm. Because this head guy treats them all like garbage and all that, and he's a total bully. And so they've basically banded together, taken the code for the game, and have given their bosses an ultimatum of, you either give us good working conditions and get this guy some anger management, or we're releasing a pirated version of the game for free online 4 weeks before launch.
Oh my God.
Like, they're going to war because they're so tired of it. They're saying that like the guys up top kept pushing for all this online stuff and abandoned the story and this and that, and they've just had enough. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll see it later. I can find the article somewhere.
Is it the Reddit post?
It is September 13th, by the way, for Borderlands 3.
Gearbox Attack Environment Borderlands 3 Online Centered. I'm trying to... Oh, it's removed. This link was removed.
Interesting.
That is very interesting, Brandon. I didn't think about that.
But yeah, I just remembered hearing about that, and I was going to forget it if I didn't go back. So, but back to Apex.
Yes, let's go back to Apex.
I just think I want to call it a better Fortnite, but they're kind of different games with how they mechanically are, so I can't say that. But what I can say is that there's more to being entertained by watching Apex, in a matter of skill, because with Fortnite, it's a lot of Twitch reactions and spamming build hotkeys, and you building all that terrain, which can be, it's just unique. I'll give it credit. It never did something like that before, but with Apex, with classes in the hero shooter type deal, it's interesting to see how those skill sets get employed, basically.
Right.
Like I can see Wraith go invisible and see those really good plays of just slipping past people, or see a fucking the meme lord himself, Caustic, trapping a room with turning into a gas chamber, just wait for somebody to come in and then shut the door on them, and they just die. Like Fortnite is everyone is very similar in Fortnite. Where in Apex there are defined identities that you can kind of twist to your play style.
Right, but do you think when it comes down like the question of the closing question, if you will, is do you think Apex will stay at the top? Do you think everyone's gonna go back to Fortnite? Especially if they fix the latest patch, or do you think they're gonna kind of balance out and kind of intermediate with each other on the streaming circuit? We're gonna focus on the streaming circuit here, not so much the player base, but the streaming circuit.
All the YouTubers I've watched that used to play Fortnite regularly have all gone over to Apex, and none of them have even glanced at going back.
The issue is Fortnite put out the worst patch in the entire history of the game at the worst possible time. I stopped playing
ages ago. I wouldn't know about this.
Yeah, Fortnite put out the worst patch. Like there was the Polygon posted a joke article where it was like Fortnite's patch was so bad that 4 of their pros turned to Uno, and it was Ninja, Marcel from Basically I Do Work, Tim the Tatman,
and
was
someone
else.
Stream, by the way.
Which was fucking hysterical. I watched the highlights on Marcel's channel.
So angry.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. But it's just like it got to the point now where that brings in the question of can streamers play whatever the hell they want without people jumping to conclusions? Totally different topic. B, do you think maybe they did change from that? Well, yeah. Any article from Polygon is a joke. Yes, you're exactly correct. I even commented on the article on Twitter, going, they can play whatever the fuck they want to play, right? They're entertainers. That's what they are. But do you guys think that the vast, I can go through my follow list right now on, it's all Sekiro and Sea of Thieves right now today, but
yeah,
and someone streaming WrestleMania, that's probably gonna get him in trouble. But
Don't call him out, dude. Really?
I didn't say his name. I didn't say his name. But
no, do what the one guy did and pretend you're playing it like a game.
Oh my God, yes, that's so
perfect. Like the one guy did with the UFC fight.
But do you guys think that that Apex is gonna stay at the top, or do you think Fortnite's gonna take it back over at some point?
I'll take this one. It needs more content.
Apex?
Yes, it needs a lot more content. Fortnite has updates every 2 weeks. The last one wasn't the best update, obviously, but they still have updates.
But on the flip side, and this
let me talk.
Okay.
Let me talk.
Okay.
League of Legends also does 2 week updates. The meta completely shifts every 2 weeks. Call of Duty, even at this point, Black Ops 4 has updates at least once a month now, which is fast for them. Completely changing weapon balance and all that. Pretty much every time a new DLC. So if Apex keeps the updates coming, like your brother in the chat just said, I think that they will have longevity enough to do it. There's already been a new leaked hero. I forget his name, but yeah, I completely forgot his name. I'm gonna try. Anyway, they keep the content going. If they do that, they can compete with Fortnite. Fortnite keeps, if they keep releasing shitty patches,
I mean,
that's gonna kind of expedite the process.
It's what can they really add to Fortnite though? With how the game is mechanical, at least with Apex, they're releasing new champions, in characters, whatever you want to fuck you call them, and that produces new play styles. Then maybe they could change some of the map locations, but I think it's just releasing more characters is gonna keep Apex going.
Absolutely.
Well, with Fortnite, it's what else can you do?
Look at Overwatch. Overwatch is still played consistently because they keep releasing new heroes, and it completely, just like League of Legends, they keep releasing new heroes. Right when you starts to fall off, Overwatch adds another hero.
True,
every single time.
Overall, Overwatch has been waning for quite a while now.
Even the pro scene
started.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of the pro players and even the streamers and YouTubers have started just dropping off.
Yeah, but it keeps Overwatch going, and that's the big thing.
Because it keeps going. Balance patches.
It's not the king it used to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been going on for 5 years now? 4 years now? It makes sense. But 5 years. It's insane. But
it's been 2 years, dude. For
really.
Overwatch. It was been 3 years, maybe.
We were at we were at the old apartment when you got Overwatch.
It was 3 or 4 years, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while, but that's still a long time for a video game. you know?
Yeah, I agree,
But-
Justin. They need to make more points of interest on the map.
Yes, and for me, you know, here's the thing. On the flip side of that, I think personally, Fortnite has it's kind of like a too many cooks in the kitchen thing. Fortnite has too much. And it's like, there's so much, you know, I'll watch Marcel and Wildcat play and do like highlights and streams, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how do you know what to do? Like Wildcat is always on Twitter like, oh, they need to vault this, and they need to bring this back, and they need to vault that. They have so much shit that they can vault it, and they've still got too much shit. Like, that's an issue for me. Like, it gets almost like overwhelming to a point. Whereas Apex, it can be like Overwatch. Release as many heroes as you want, and I can play, you know, mix and match my playstyle for it. Points of interest would be nice. I like that they're adding more weapons. That's something that's always nice. Can you do something with the Mozambique, please, Apex? That would be the ultimate thing. Like, just turn it into a toy gun. Like, when I pick up the Mozambique,
give it a water effect, so it's a water gun.
Or make it deal more melee damage, because I'd rather melee when I have the gun. Like, that's kind of what I would like to do.
Say melee?
Yes.
Are you one of those people?
We have had this conversation before, Tom.
I want to have it again.
This is not the first time we have talked about the way I say melee.
Melee.
Oh my god. Anyway, it's almost 8:15. That's about the time I wanted to cut this off. So we had perfect timing, gentlemen. Good job.
That was really good.
Okay, bye. Sorry.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are not familiar, I'm going to see if this works, because I hope
Maybe it will.
Did I fix it? Yes, it works!
I'm very proud of you.
I'm proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you, Nightbot.
Thank you, Nightbot, for working, even though I'm the one that programmed you.
Let you dual. There you go, Justin. I want to dual wield. Let me dual wield. You know?
I did get a kill with Mozambique in that game, by the way.
I've done it before. It's just not the funnest thing to do.
It's just not fun.
If you two clips listen to somebody, you can
It's
do it.
just not fun. But you guys are watching me on YouTube. You know, if you guys are here, if you haven't checked out my YouTube, check that out. I would love to see you guys there. I'm trying to get back into regular uploads 3 times a week there on Mondays, which will probably be. Yeah, I know I haven't done it yet, but on Mondays I'm gonna try to break up these streams into their main topics and upload those as individual videos. They will be on YouTube hopefully tomorrow. We also do streams here on Twitch. I'm going to try to do them. I have a schedule down below: Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Friday stream is kind of hit or miss because it's a late night after work. Huh? Yeah, I will fucking ban you from this podcast if you ever say that again.
Ben.
Oh my
One
god,
and
I
done.
hate you. But if I don't stream on Friday, then I'll usually push that back. I usually do it on Saturday or whenever I can get that one in. But I try to stream at least 3 times a week. I try to upload at least 3 YouTube videos a week. We'll see how that goes going forward. But
You should like get a new job or something.
Justin banned him.
Oh my god.
600 seconds timed out. You can't stop me. I
my
won't be
God.
silenced.
Oh god, I'm glad I gave the sword to someone who knows what to do with it. Alright, so I'm so proud of you, Justin. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, please hit that follow button. Me and Tom are working on a project that I'm going to talk to Tom about after we get off, that I'm really excited to be doing on that, so keep an eye out for that project. Outside of that, I'm hoping to finish Kingdom Hearts 3 this week, so take a look at that. Hopefully I'll get to there. I'll get my schedule tonight, and we'll figure it out. Yep. Outside of that, thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Tom, for being here.
Of course. And one day I'll explain D1 stream about how Kingdom Hearts, the entire franchise, is just about shower thoughts. That's it. That's the whole Kingdom Hearts franchise. You're welcome.
I mean...
That's it. Because you think about it, the only song people know from that series is Simple and Clean. What makes it simple and clean? A shower. Who else? Where else would you think about Disney characters from random movies intertwining with one another in these wild adventures with just blobs of darkness? Shower thoughts. You're welcome.
Anyway.
Good night, guys. Good night. Yes, Vivid, I will get back to that one as well. Y'all have a fantastic